Hello everyone, in this video I'll be talking about 5 popular UX domains that can help designers find jobs more easily through a strategic focused approach. These domains are seeking strong demand and hiring momentum, especially as we move towards 2026. Why these domains are matter in 2026? As we head into 2026, the design landscape is shifting from designing individual screens to designing complex ecosystems. While journalist UX roles are becoming more competitive, certain domains are experiencing rapid growth due to technological advancement, new regulations, industry transformation, changing user needs. Designers who specialized in these domains are seeking better job prospects, clearer career paths, and stronger long-term growth opportunities. Before we jump into the video, let me introduce myself. I'm Pavani Priya Sajja, a UX designer and mentor. Through my channel, I'll share my design knowledge, practical skills, and personal journey to help aspiring and early career designers navigate the UX field with confidence. Let's jump into the video. As a UX design student, you spend a significant amount of time learning design fundamentals, understanding user-centric thinking, and gaining hands-on experience with design tools. Eventually, you feel ready to start working on your portfolio projects. However, before selecting portfolio projects and building a strong portfolio, many designers skip a very important step. Once the portfolio is complete and the job search begins, it's common to feel confused or lost, wondering whether you built the right case studies or targeted the right roles in the first place. This is where domain research becomes critical. UX designers is a vast field that exists across every industry from startup to large enterprise. But not every domain offers the same level of opportunity, growth, or demand. If you are clearly understand which domains, platforms, and the companies are genuinely interested in, it becomes much more easier to find your niche and position yourself strategically in the job market. Choosing a domain clearly helps you save time and effort, develop relevant in-demand skills, build targeted portfolio projects, increase your chance of landing your first UX role. This is essential knowledge that every UX design student should understand. Knowing where UX is growing and why it matters allow you to align your learning, portfolio, and job search in a smart and intentional way. I conducted research on the domains or I can say platforms that are expected to see the highest hiring growth in 2026. Based on my findings, I identified the top 5 high demand domains. Let's start with the first and the most in demand domain. AI and machine learning UX, which means the agentic era. AI and machine learning UX is a high technology driven domain that requires designers to develop a foundational understanding of how intelligent system works. While AI vibe coding and no-code tools are becoming increasingly popular, a basic grasp of coding concepts, data flows, and system behavior remains essential. This knowledge enables designers to understand project domains, collaborate effectively with engineers, and design experiences aligned with end user needs. Hiring in this domain have moved far beyond designing simple chatbot interfaces. Today, companies are investing in agentic UX, designing AI systems that can reason, make decisions, and take action on behalf of users. These systems don't just respond, they plan, recommend, and execute tasks, often across multiple tools and platforms. You can already see this shift in modern design tools. For example, platforms like Figma now integrated AI directly into the design workflows, allowing designers to work on traditional wireframes and prototypes while also leverage AI-powered features. This evolution highlights how AI is becoming a core part of everyday user experiences, not a separate layer. To design effective agentic tools, UX designers must deep understand end-to-end user workflows, identify friction points, and anticipate user intent. This requires thinking beyond conversational UI patterns and adopting a system and design thinking approach, one that accounts for automation, orchestration, and designing making across the entire product ecosystem. As business embedded AI agents into the nearly every workflow, designers play a critical role in addressing challenges related to trust, transparency, and human in loop interactions. Users must understand why an AI takes an action, why they can intervene, and how control is shared between the human and the machine. Key focus areas in this domain include explainable AI to improve clarity and trust, predictive interfaces that anticipate users' needs, multimodal experiences that combine voice, touch, and visual interactions. To build the expertise in AI and machine learning UX, designers should actively study these emerging patterns and develop skills that bridge design and technology and ethics. You can explore these concepts further in the recommended video, which outline the essential skills needed to succeed in their rapidly evolving space. Link in the description. Our next and second one is healthcare and medtech, the essential sector. Healthcare and medtech continue to be among the most promising and resilient domains for UX designers. As we move into 2026, this sector is experiencing strong growth driven by hospital equipment modernization, patient centric digital health initiatives, and rapid technological advancement. For UX professionals, this creates sustained demand and strong hiring potential. Designing for healthcare requires a deep understanding of how medical equipment, clinical systems, and medtech platforms function in real-world environments. UX designers must study the core workflow of doctors, nurse practitioners, technicians, and patients to create interfaces that are accurate, reliable, and easy to use, often in high-stress, time-critical situations. Several macro trends are shaping UX opportunities in this domain. Again, populations and the widespread adoption of wearable healthcare devices are increasing. The need for high accessible, error-proof interfaces. Areas such as telehealth, generic UX, designing for seniors, and the complex clinical data visualization demand thoughtful design that prioritizes clarity, accessibility, and safety. Even small usability improvements can have a significant impact on patient outcomes and clinical efficiency. In addition to the clinical systems, healthcare UX also extends to pharmaceutical and medical supply chain. Understanding how medicines move from manufacturer to pharmacies and ultimately to the patients is essential. UX designers should be familiar with end-to-end user journeys, including inventory management, perceptual fulfillment, delivery workflows, and patient communication touchpoints. Patient-facing platforms are another critical area of focus. Patient portals, healthcare mobile applications, and digital health services often suffer from poor usability despite their importance. Improving appointment scheduling, medical record access, test result interpretation, and ongoing care communication represent a major opportunity for UX designer to drive a meaningful change. From personal experience, I have interviewed with a company specialized in medical equipment manufacturing that was actively seeking UX designer to improve the usability of complex equipment used by doctors, medical practitioners, and technical operators. This reinforced an important reality of healthcare domain. UX design is not just about aesthetics, it directly affects safety, efficiency, and trust. For UX designers who are interested in healthcare and medtech, the key question should always be how can design make health technology safer, more intuitive, and more human centered for everyone who depend on it? Now, our third domain is fintech and secure economy. Fintech and secure economy domain focuses on designing user experiences for banking, financial services, and security-driven digital products. UX designers in this space work on mobile apps, web platforms, and enterprise systems that support everyday financial activities such as payments, banking, investing, and fraud prevention, while increasingly integrating AI into these experiences. Fintech has evolved far beyond traditional banking applications. Today, the emphasis is on embedded finance, security-first design, and trust-centered user experiences and smart use of AI. As financial products become more complex and fraud techniques more sophisticated, UX plays a critical role in ensuring that security measures protect users without creating unnecessary friction. Why this domain is hiring? So, financial institutions and fintech companies are actively hiring UX designers who can strike the right balance between friction and flow. Poorly designed security experiences can lead to user frustration and abandonment or costly errors, making UX expertise essential in this domain. So, key focus areas would be biometric authentication and secure identity verification, emotional UX to reduce financial anxiety and build trust, fraud prevention experiences that feel protective, simplifying decentralized finance and complex financial concepts. How to approach fintech UX design case studies. To build strong portfolio projects in the fintech, it is important to first understand how financial products actually work. Study different types of applications such as personal banking, business account, trading platforms, and payment systems, and how their user needs different. For example, personal checking accounts prioritize simplicity and reassurance, while business or trading platforms demand precision, transparency, and control. Equally important is understanding the mental models users bring to financial and security related products. Users expect accuracy, predictability, and clarity, especially when many risk and compliance is involved. You can also explore cybersecurity products within the fintech ecosystem, analyzing how they currently operate and identify opportunities to improve usability, trust signals, and clarify without compromising security. Fintech UX is all about building the trust. You don't need to be financial expert to start. Focus on understanding users, simplifying complex ideas, and designing secure experiences that feel calm and human. Now we are moving to another domain, which is a B2B and SaaS UX design. So let's understand what is B2B. B2B stands for business to business and SaaS stands for software as a service. This domain focuses on designing digital products that help businesses run their operations more efficiently. To understand their domain, imagine a small paper manufacturing company. To operate is successful and business needs multiple systems working together. HR tools to manage workers, platforms for coordinating engineers and technical teams, logistics systems for transportation and exports, inventory tracking, and financial management software. Even a small manufacturing business may require 8 to 10 different applications to function smoothly. Each of these tools serve a specific purpose, but they must also work together as a part of a larger ecosystem. As a UX designer working in B2B or SaaS, your role is to understand the mental model of entire business and the design applications that support real workflows, roles, and decision-making processes. As business evolve, their software needs become more complex and highly customized. No two companies operate in exactly the same way, which creates a strong demand for UX designers who can understand business model and translate them into effective, scalable, and product experiences. From my personal experience as a beginner, working with non-profit organizations was one of the most efficient and effective way to gain hands-on experience. These organizations often have a real product needs and limited resources, which makes the learning experience both practical and impactful. I contributed to sustainable supply chain application where I had to deeply understand the organization, business process and pain points. These projects are highly research driven. You must study the domain, talk to stakeholders, and analyze workflows before designing solutions. If you enjoy more research oriented work, B2B and SaaS UX can be both challenging and deeply rewarding. Why this domain is growing? The customization of the enterprise is the full in swing. B2B products are no longer expected to be ugly or difficult to use. Companies now recognizing that poorly designed internal software can cost millions in productivity. As a result, there is a strong demand for UX designer who can simplify the complexity, data-heavy workflows, design clear and scalable dashboards, handle role-based permissions and enterprise logic, build and maintain design systems at scale. Why UX designers matter in B2B and SaaS? B2B and SaaS products directly impact how business operate every day. Great UX can improve efficiency, reduce errors, and increase adoption across teams. Designers who understand both user needs and business realities are especially valuable in this space. This makes B2B and SaaS one of the strongest and most future-ready domains for UX designers who enjoy problem solving, research, and working on complex systems. Now, our final one is government and public infrastructure. Government and public infrastructure are emerging as high-impact domain for UX designers, especially as a large-scale digital transformation initiatives launched in mid-2020 and enter their peak hiring phase in 2026. Around the world, new regulations and digital mandates are compelling government agencies to modernize existing systems and build new digital services that are simpler, faster, and more accessible for citizens. Designing for this sector comes with unique responsibilities like public services must meet strict standards for accessibility, inclusive design, and security and cross-platform consistency. These products are often used by millions of people with diverse abilities, languages, and level of digital literacy, making usability and clarity mission critical rather than optional. If you are interested in working in government and public infrastructure projects, your portfolio should be reflect real-world services, oriented design problems. Strong case studies include designing or redesigning a railway or public transportation applications, improving electricity or utility services platform, or reimagining digital tools used by the government employees for day-to-day operations, such as surveys, filing, approvals, or internal workflows. These type of projects demonstrate your ability to handle complex systems, regularity constraints, and large-scale user needs, skills that are highly valued in this public sector UX roles. Now, based on my research results, the graph clearly shows that AI and machine learning have the largest bar, indicating that this is currently the hottest field with the highest number of open roles. The second one is healthcare and fintech are tied for second place. Both sectors show high demand, offering many job opportunities. B2B and SaaS fall into a moderate to high demand category. It remains a healthy and active market, but it is slightly more competitive for job seekers due to few openings compared to the top three domains. Government and public sector roles appears as the shortest bar on the graph. This reflects a steady and consistent hiring pattern rather than large hiring waves. If you are looking for a most stable career path with a strong focus on accessibility and inclusive design, this domain can be an excellent choice. I hope this information was helpful to you. If you know any other high demand domains, please share them in the comments. I would love to hear your thoughts. See you in the next video.